unreal that the Bureau is saying it's going to rain, and it always rains in North Queensland. Yes, we can handle rain events, but significant rain events, they will produce problems. Those patterns manifest themselves on the road, so safety becomes an issue.
Tasmania has recorded another COVID-related death, taking the total number of deaths in the state with the virus to 60 since the start of the pandemic. There have been 1,021 new cases in the past day, up from 841 yesterday. 40 people are in hospital with the virus. 16 are being treated specifically for coronavirus symptoms. One person is in intensive care. New South Wales Police say there was suspicious activity in the port of Newcastle the night before a diver's body was found alongside packages of drugs. The organised crime squad is investigating the death of a man who drowned in the Hunter River wearing specialised diving equipment. Police say more than 50 kilograms of white powder, believed to be cocaine, was found in packages near the diver. Detective Superintendent Rob Critchlow says there is some CCTV footage of the area, but they need help from the public.
There appears to be some activity around the ship on Sunday night. There was obviously
the ground is out of bounds.
And 5 medical checks runabout with a green stripe was seen near the ship. They've obviously moved on, and then the force has been found the next morning. We really asked any amount of information to reach out to us through Crime Stoppers.
US President Joe Biden has signed legislation that will cut red tape and speed up the delivery of weapons to Ukraine. The Lend-Lease Act revives a program that allowed Washington to lend or lease military equipment to its allies during the Second World War. Congressional Democrats are pushing for more than $57 billion in aid for Ukraine, scaling up their initial pledge by more than $10 billion. Mr. Biden says the new legislation will give Ukraine another shot in the arm from its Western allies.
Every day Ukrainians pay with their lives the atrocities that the Russians are engaging in are just beyond repair. And the cost of the fight is not cheap, but caving to aggression is even more costly.
In sport, the lawyer for childhood sexual abuse survivor Adam Neal says Neal is going to court seeking damages from AFL club the Western Bulldogs to encourage others to come forward. An ABC Sport investigation earlier this month uncovered how Neal was abused on club premises by club volunteer Graham Hobbs from the age of 11.
God, honey.
And if you or anyone you know needs help, phone Lifeline on 13 11 14 or Sexual Assault Counselling Services 1-800-RESPECT or 1-800-737-732. And pop artist Andy Warhol's famous
Mate, there's a power line laying in the middle of the road there. Just go steady, steady, eh?
Oh, yeah, I see it, yep. So we're just going to that side around today. Yep.
With the latest ABC news from the news at abc.net.au/news.
Take a picture of this power line.
You're listening to ABC News Radio. Good morning, I'm Rachel Hayter.
Power line down.
Company this Tuesday, the 10th
And they can't touch it, honey.
in Sydney, and the Labor leader Anthony Albanese in Melbourne on electricity and environment. The sign of a corrupt dictator wins power in Australia. Decades after this family was exiled. And farmers in croppy regions staying vigilant to ensure dries don't again swell to plague proportions.
That's why I want to get out of this region, like the rivers are going to come up, they're going to flood.
Let's start this half hour in Sydney, where the Prime Minister Scott Morrison is campaigning in the electorate of Bennelong, a safe Liberal seat held by John Alexander since 2010. At a press conference earlier today, it didn't take long for questions about the cost of living.
First of all, electricity prices. Since I became Prime Minister, electricity prices have come down by over 10%. And there are many reasons for us being able to achieve that. The work we've done in the retail area and standing up to the big energy companies to make sure that the Default Office don't just put people's prices up. We've been focused on ensuring the reliability guarantee, so we continue to have reliable, affordable power in the system. The work we're doing, respectively, when it comes to building a gas-fired power plant like Ananda here in New South Wales, that is important to ensure ongoing reliability of generation capacity, which supports the large influx of renewable energy into the grid. Now, that's a good thing, But at the same time, it does increase variability in the grid, and it does predominantly involve intermittent power generation sources which need to be firm. If you're bringing in many intermittent renewable sources into the grid, you need that other affordable baseload, reliable power to support the use of that renewable energy in the system. So one does work with the other. And we're already seeing movements in coal prices now in terms of how they're feeding into the coal that goes into energy production in this state and around the country. And we will see those prices move around. But what we have seen under our policies is electricity prices come down by 10%. Now, I made it very clear yesterday that Labor's policy that will put $20 billion of investment ahead of when it needs to be put in place and in the places it needs to be put in place. That takes on another $50 and more billion of investment, which will only put electricity prices up. And the estimates is of electricity prices going up $560 a year. And that's not just assessments that we've made. Of course, the whole issue of transmission investments that are ill-advised and ill-timed, whether it's the Grattan Institute or the Victorian Energy Policy Council or Frontier Economics, have all said very clearly, if you overinvest, if you gold-plate the grid in transmission, it pushes energy prices up. I mean, it can be as much as 46% of your energy bill comes from those who invested in the transmission network getting their money back from you. And that's why electricity prices go up. If Anthony Albanese's plan, which is to overinvest, gold-plate, ill-timed investment, that will just put your prices up because he hasn't thought it through. He hasn't thought it through, like he has not thought through many policies, and nor has he costed them. He hasn't submitted one policy for costing during this entire election. You cannot risk Labor with an Anthony Albanese-led government, with an Anthony Albanese who's never put a budget together in his entire life in government, and this is no time to be taking that risk with the serious uncertainties that the Australian economy is facing globally.
The Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, in Sydney, speaking alongside the New South Wales Premier Dominic Perrottet. Labor will commit more than $2 billion toward Melbourne's suburban rail loop if it's elected. The 90-kilometre loop was first announced at the 2018 election, with the first two sections estimated to cost around $57 billion. The train route will start at Cheltenham and run underground to Box Hill, and then across Melbourne's north to the airport, then south to Werribee. It won't be fully complete until 2053. Anthony Albanese has been holding a press conference in Box Hill with the Victorian Premier Daniel Andrews.
And I'm particularly pleased to be making a major infrastructure announcement, because nation-building infrastructure can change the country. It builds productivity, it builds efficiency, it grows the economy, and it also improves, of course, with road safety. If you're putting people on the trains, they're safer. And this project, the suburban rail loop, is an exciting project. I can't think of a more exciting infrastructure project in the entire nation. And that's why federal Labor will contribute an initial contribution of $2.2 billion to this project. This project will transform the way that Melbournians can get around this city, but also transform
all the views are different.
Victoria,
Banana,
because
sugar
it will do what great cities do. If you think about